welcome to Life Unscripted, the radio magazine that brings you unfiltered conversations, laughter, and lessons learned from real life experiences. I'm your host, Tracy Chapkoech, and with me are my amazing co-hosts. Well,
Hey, Unscriptors. I'm Faith Omoyo, and I can't wait to dive into today's topic. It's gonna be deep.
What's up, listeners? My name is Charity Mwende, and I believe we are going to cover some wild and interesting stories today.
Hello everyone, my name is Mwangi Kanidi, and I'm so excited to reflect on some of those aha moments in life with all of you. And by the way, it's Kanidi, not Kanudi.
Hi everyone, I'm James Maura. You're gonna buckle up because today it's going to be full of surprises.
So today we're talking about something we can all relate to, our personal life experiences. So kuna those times enye like life inaweza kuwa imekuonyesha kimekuramba, and then sometimes inakufunza valuable lessons. To kick things off, what's one moment in your life that you think shaped who you are today?
Oh wow, I can think of so many, but if I had to choose, I'd say the time I moved to, as you all know, Shamba la Mawe, Nairobi, Kanairo, completely on my own. It was terrifying at first, but it taught me a lot about resilience.
That's huge. For me, I'd say it's definitely the time I failed at something I thought I'd nailed. It was a humbling experience, but it pushed me to grow and approach things differently.
Those are both powerful. It's very funny how sometimes it's the toughest moments that really define us. What about you, Mwangi?
For me, it's when I realized that perfection simply doesn't exist. I've always been that person who's like always chasing perfection. And I came to realize that it's okay to do it while scared, to do it vibaya. Yeah, so that was a major turning point in my life.
Wow, that's great. I can relate to that. I think for me, it was the relationships I've built over the years. Some fell apart like they normally do, but others became lifelong bonds. Every one of those relationships taught me something valuable.
That's deep. Now let's switch gears a little. Here's a fun question for you all. What's one thing you wish you could go back and tell your younger self?
I'd definitely tell my younger self that to stop worrying, to stop being afraid, to do my best, and let God do the rest.
Oh, I love that. I think I'd tell my younger self to be patient. I was in such a rush to grow up and achieve everything. But sometimes things take time, and that's okay.
Wow, that's amazing. Patience is key. I'd probably tell my younger self to take more risks and not be afraid of failure. It's through failing that you learn some of the life's best lessons.
Exactly. That's some real wisdom right there. Let's dig a bit deeper. We all know life isn't about sunshine and rainbows. So here's another question. What's one of the biggest challenges you faced, and how did you overcome it?
Oof, that's a tough one. I think one of my biggest challenges was dealing with self-doubt. I had to learn to trust myself and lean on my support system to get through it.
For me, it was financial struggle. There were times when it felt impossible to move forward, but I focused on the little wins, and eventually things got better.
I think a lot of us can relate to that. My biggest challenge was losing someone close to me. Grieving is hard, but it taught me how precious time is, and I try to honor them by living fully. Time heals.
That's so real. Life has a way of testing us, but those challenges make us who we are. To wrap things up, what's one piece of advice you'd give someone going through a tough time right now?
If I met that person, I'd probably say, no matter what, just keep going. It's okay to take a break, but don't give up on yourself.
Exactly. And remember to surround yourself with people who lift you up. You don't have to go through tough times alone.
I'd tell them that it's okay to not have all the answers. Sometimes you just have to take things one step at a time.
And remember that it's okay to ask for help. There's strength in vulnerability.
Such powerful words. I hope our listeners are feeling inspired and encouraged, because I know I am. Thank you all for sharing so openly today. Before we sign off, let's leave our listeners with a final thought. Life isn't about having it all figured out. It's about experiencing, learning, growing, no matter what comes your way. That's been our podcast. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Bye.